I want to make a difference in the students' lives and bring them so many different opportunities, just like I had growing up.
Becoming an educator and going back home to teach is something I want to do to give back to my community.
It's one of the only professions where you have the opportunity to affect immediate change in your community that could potentially last a lifetime.
I really love science, and I think it'd be really cool to share that passion with the next generations.
The reason why I would like to become an educator is because I believe that cooking is a life skill that teenagers should have, as we don't know what position they are in.
We all deserve to live in a society with responsible, informed citizens. And I can't think of any other way to help that cause than to become a social studies teacher, so I did.
I'm loving this new career. I love the creativity that the job allows and the diversity of the students, and seeing them learn and seeing them grow. There's nothing like it in the world.
The real reason I love education so much and I want to be a teacher is because I love people. I really love people so much, all people. And I think the sole purpose of education is in developing people in society. I think education is the core of society. It's probably the most important thing we can have.
I love teaching younger generations about the importance of the environment and coming up with solutions about how to maintain and sustain a healthy planet.
I feel like the biggest thing for me that I want to bring to my students is like a level of joy and, you know, showing them that I care about the subjects and then I care about them, and then hopefully that'll kind of exude it into them and they'll feel some joy for the subject and actually want to be in school, which I feel like is really, really important.
I wanted to do something that involved helping others and giving back to my community.
I chose to become an educator because all children are unique, and you'll find that you will always have something to learn from them. So why not teach them to be unapologetically themselves?
I want my students to leave feeling empowered and confident that they can do these things. Teaching for me is not just a future career, it is genuinely my passion. I love teaching, I love watching kids grow, I love interacting with them, and I'm beyond excited to do it every day.
This year has been insightful and eye-opening in what it means to bring joy and belonging into the classroom, and I'm looking forward to continuing to grow and to learn what it means to be an educator in today's world.
I chose to become a special education teacher because I learned at a very young age that learning was not going to come easy for me. I struggled in math and reading and was later diagnosed with a learning disability. So I wanted to become a teacher to help students who struggle to realize that their learning disabilities are not a burden, and in fact, they're a superpower, and they can do hard things no matter what.
I chose to become an educator because ever since I was a child, I knew I wanted to change the world in some way. Whenever anyone asked what I wanted to be when I grew up, I would always say that I want to do something big, impactful, something that will leave a mark. I was a junior in high school when I finally realized that the best way to reach that goal is to become a teacher. As a teacher, I can reach the people who are not only going to be living the future, but creating it as well.
I'm passionate about creating joyful, inclusive classrooms where all students can thrive, and I'm so excited for the next step in my journey as a teacher.
I want to be an educator because it took me a really long time until I felt like I had teachers that believed in my abilities. I just want to be that teacher to students.
Before this, I worked in banking for 25 years, so this is definitely my second career. Really, my why for getting into teaching is to give these kids workplace skills that they can take with them in their career.
I've been able to find so much fulfillment in just watching kids find so much pride in creating something with their own two hands, or helping them to develop meaningful skills and perspectives that I really hope they'll continue to carry throughout their own journeys.
To talk about why I went into education, it's going to seem cliche, but I have always wanted to be a teacher my entire life. But life throws you curveballs and can kind of change the whole trajectory of what you thought your path was in life. But I always knew that it was there, it was deep within me, and decided that I needed to do something more fulfilling with my life. I can't tell my children to follow their dreams if I don't do it myself, and it has been the best decision in my career. I've never been more fulfilled in my entire life, It is something that is exhausting, but so rewarding.